Hi everyone. In this course, I've learned a great deal more than I feel like I did in my undergraduate statistics class. I think this probably is due to the fact that this class has been more nursing driven and would feel more applicable to my job. Um, so I feel like I gain more because I will actually use it. Of the whole class, I feel that I gained the most from the TED Talk with Ben Goldacre. He had a lot of information that was scary, really, to be honest. I had no idea that some of the industry funded trials were so corrupt to actually withhold factual data just to make their project look better. He gave the example related to administering an increased dose of Haldol in order to make a new drug look like it had fewer side effects. Of course, it has fewer side effects because it's a lower dose. It's appalling to think that the pharmaceutical industry is so driven by money that they actually stoop so low as to treat a patient unethically this way. Psych drugs are serious drugs I've witnessed in my job. Um, the side effects caused by drugs like lithium are permanent. Like lithium toxicity really affects people's lives, and even though he was talking about Haldol, if they're willing to do it with Haldol, I'm sure that that's not the only drug that they would go so far as to increase the dose of. It's very discouraging to think about the fact that all of the work that doctors and nurses put into trying to help our patients, that then is just discredited because we don't get factual data, and it's just really not the best thing for our patients. I had a similar situation with the pharmaceutical industry. I have epilepsy, and I was diagnosed when I was 15. At the time that I was diagnosed, Lamictal was the best pregnancy safe drug on the market, and being an adolescent female, that's what my neurologist started me on. At the time, there was no generic form of the drug, and so all we had was the brand. And then, as soon as a generic form came on the market a couple of years later, of course, insurance only wanted to cover that. People were having breakthrough seizures on the new generic form. It just, I guess, hadn't really been tweaked to perfection yet. And so my doctor was saying that the pharmacy companies were telling him that the active ingredient in the drug, the brand of the drug, wasn't the same in the generic form of it. And so that's why people were having breakthrough seizures. So for years, my parents paid a ton of extra money for me to have the brand. When this past year, when I started my job and got my own insurance, my insurance company wasn't going to make it as affordable as my parents had, so I switched back to the generic and have been fine on it. So I wonder if how many other people that happens to, and how much money my parents could have saved when I was a teenager by just using the generic. Um, I will apply what I've learned in this class to my professional career by having a better understanding of methods of research. Additionally, after watching Ben Goldacre, I will not just simply take research conclusions at face value until seeing the methods that they've used and using the methods that he suggested to try to determine if there was any missing data from the reports. Thank you. Good luck to everybody.